Right, the episode 8 of Digital Circus
I don't understand.
just came out.
They want an
The Amazing
exit,
Digital
they
Circus.
want answers,
Pretty amazing.
they want
The name
something
says it all.
real. I
And
give them an
the
adventure
episode
that
mainly
covers all
focuses
of that,
on
and they
Kane, of
still
course.
hate it?
And I want to give
Surely
my
they don't want to
opinion, my review on the episode,
leave
because
me,
I've seen several
right?
people do that
No way,
earlier.
Jose, no
I've
way,
already
no
seen
how.
videos pop up
I
of
do everything
my
for these
review
people. I
of the Amazing
slave
Digital
over these
Circus.
adventures for them.
And
I step
I also
outside
want
my
to
comfort
add
zone
some
to
things to
appeal
that,
to them,
and I
they
think we
still
should
hate them.
probably start
I
from the
made a
beginning of the
program that
episode and
creates a
just,
body
you know,
perfectly
describe what
encapsulating their mind
happened, in my
files, and
opinion, of course,
they
what
hate
I
those
think about
too.
it. What I think it
starting to
means,
get the feeling
I've
that
not
they just
seen any kind of like
hate.
other
Why would they
reviews
hate you
or
when
like
they could
other
just hate you?
explanations of the episode.
This is
So I'm
why
just
I
gonna
was
say what I
created.
think.
This is my
the
function.
episode is trying
I'd
to say.
rather abstract than
So
go
yeah,
on your
let's start from the
adventures.
beginning of the
That
episode.
can't be true.
Why
I
shall
do
we?
everything for
I guess
them.
we
Don't they
shall
get that
do. Okay, the episode already starts off with a warning, of course. And then the glitch title pops up. And then the episode starts, obviously, with some kind of red circle. Okay, I already think this is referring to Kane, I think. Kane is obviously red, with his red jaws and stuff. And he wears a red shirt. And he also wears black, I guess, but that doesn't matter. And then he's receiving information, I think. Yeah, these are information. Basically, yeah, Kane is being, like, given all the information from the outside world into him, and Kane is now spitting out the stuff he just learned, like creating stuff. It's basically, you know, the pictorial representation of Kane, I think. I'm not sure about this, but I don't know why they're providing these specific images. And you can see there's an alligator, like Gummy Goo. There's Gummy Goo right there. And basically this happens for quite a while until something else happened, now feeding the blue stuff. Basically this is how Kane was made, I think, yeah. And then this blue guy is also made. And while like the Kane AI is being locked here, I think they're trying to like lead him, I think. Yeah. He's trying to wake out, he broke out. And then he goes and eats the blue guy. Now, it definitely means that there's another AI named Abel. Yeah. So there's this guy named Abel and there's Kane. That's why, no, there's CNA. I have already known this fact, I'm sorry for this, but I know the thing CNA stands for Kane and Abel. And I think this is the other blue AI, Abel, which Kane ate and became this red guy. And now, obviously, we move on to one of the most important parts of this episode. That is
Chess piece,
the history of the characters. Obviously, this is like the backstory of the Kinger.
We've never made anything
The Kinger
like this.
being locked in here.
I
with
just
Queen,
hope that-
obviously. Queenie is his wife, I think.
Wait.
Yeah. And Queenie has
Are
been
you-
like hinted at like episode 1. There's like
You.
a toe on the back which hints at her.
Oh my god.
And I think this is a pretty good part, the beginning to the episode, you know?
I wish I could
thought
remember
the
your
episode
name.
began with like instantly where it
Same.
left off with like Kane trying to explain to them that
I'm
he
so
didn't
sorry
mean
I
them to be
roped you
sad
into this
after
with
that
me.
entire adventure of them
It's
trying to find the
quite
exit.
strange.
But well, that
Isn't it?
didn't happen, and I'm glad for that. You know, that would be like predictable.
what
And you know,
happens,
episode 7 was
always-
predictable, but it was also interesting, so to say. Like the journey
And
to
into
it
the
was pretty
cellar
interesting.
you go.
And then like King saw his wife getting abstracted and getting thrown
Golly,
into the abyss.
We're running out of
And
humans here.
Kinger, after that, just went
Now
mad.
don't you go abstracting
And
on me
then
too.
He only remembers stuff when he's in the dark.
Seriously.
And that's basically the first part that happened, you know. Kinger basically
What?
comforts us saying that
Hello?
this is okay, this is
Guys?
okay, you don't need to be afraid of anything.
I can't
And
figure
that's
out how
basically
to.
the start of the episode. After that, basically, the episode turns into the communication
I think
between all the friends. They basically like discuss
we need to
about
abandon the idea of leaving.
Events
What?
of the last episode
What do
and
you-
Got our
how
hopes
Jax
up,
is responsible
and
for all this.
we
But
were
like
let
Angle
down.
says, they don't need to fight, and
I don't know
that's
what
basically the end
exactly
of the
happened
story.
with
Jax is still trying
Cosmo.
to be separated from everyone else.
But we can't let
and
that
that's
despair
okay.
consume us.
That is the entire point of
We
Jax's
should focus
character.
on what
He
we have.
tries to be alone so that he doesn't have to feel
Like
the
you said,
sadness of being separated again.
Constantly
But
chasing
he
an
starts going a
unattainable
bit
goal will drive
too
us crazy.
Wild about it, you know, trying to be too separated from them.
Maybe
and you
what we
know,
have to do
in the
now
middle of the
is to
episode, he's almost getting extracted. You can see that. You know?
Oh man,
I'll show you later in the episode
I
when that
had
happens.
dreams.
Actually. And you can also see the animation
goals.
style has been so
to
much
be able to
better
leave my
recently.
mark somewhere in the
Episode 8
world.
has the best animation.
How am I
Every single
supposed to
thing
just
is so
abandon
perfect.
that?
You can see the reflections on the characters so perfectly.
You've made a mark in
I
my
love
life.
this episode. And the character interactions are also good.
I know. You're
Anyway, let's move
probably
on to the
right,
next part,
but
what happens.
I
And then there's
slave over these
obviously
adventures
the
for them.
Kane
I
and
step
Bubble
outside my
interaction we
comfort zone to
previously
appeal
saw
to them,
when I
and
started
they
the video.
still hate them. I made
It's
a
that
program that
Kane and
creates a
Bubble are
body
basically
perfectly
talking about
encapsulating their
like
mind files, and
they can like
hate those
satisfy the
too.
human's
I'm
needs.
starting to get the feeling that they just
And this is probably the
Why would they hate
second
you
best
when they
part
could
in the
just hate
entire
you?
episode. This
This
is
is
probably
why
the
I was
part where
created.
just Kane
This is
starts
my
getting
function.
slowly more evil and
rather
evil.
abstract
And
than
Bubble
going
is
on your
just
adventures.
probably his inner
That can't be
thoughts
true.
just,
I do everything
being
for them.
out,
Don't they get that
out
I'm
of himself.
trying?
He just
Maybe
needs
you're
a
just
friend. I think.
genuinely
Bubble
bad
is
at
his
this.
friend,
Shut
in
up.
my opinion.
No.
And
I
they
fixed that.
basically just
I can
chat about
solve
that.
any problem.
And Kane
I can
goes
solve
slowly
this
more
one.
and more insane.
That's what this is.
Now,
a
my
big
review on
puzzle
this is
that I need to solve.
Kane's character is really good. It's well done.
Shut up!
You can really feel him. You can feel being a human
you
how he
deserved
feels
to be
in AI.
abandoned.
That's good character writing. Gooseworks really
You
did
really
a part
were the
on that.
lesser of the two.
And Bubble, I love
You
Bubble. Bubble
ruined
is
this.
probably my second favorite character, besides Jax. I love Jax, honestly.
Who do they
and
think they are?
Yeah, that's my main
I give them everything, and they
opinion
spit
on
in my
this part.
face.
Then Kane gets pretty
Don't they know what I'm
mad,
capable
and then
of?
Kane decides to take revenge on them for
Human.
calling him names.
They only
And
think
Kane
about
goes
themselves.
crazy.
They're spoiled.
Kane, well, he
They won't
doesn't go
abstract.
crazy
They won't
yet.
leave me.
He go more crazy later.
won't
But this
let
is basically phase 1 of the inner
I'm
trauma, inner
I'm more
rage
powerful.
being released as an AI.
I'm the original.
Can AI even rage?
Ah.
This is a weird part about Kane. You know, that actually AI can't rage that much. I guess they didn't put restrictions on him back then. And then Kane just basically turns Super Saiyan. This is basically the meme, I think. It's really circulating around the server right now. If you are in the Amazing to Do Circus server, that is. Well, we can. Oh god, I still get it's really trauma seeing this
Let's
scene.
get
Like,
this show
you know,
on
I
the
love
road.
Kane. Kane is really a good character. I don't hate any of the characters here. And then we like move on to the characters again, and Kane tries to go them on an adventure again. Because why not?
what
Let's
was
go
that?
another adventure. And then if they
Hello, my
refuse,
little
then Kane
fortuitous
starts to sing a
fruitcakes.
song.
Today's adventure.
And Kane's song is pretty interesting.
To
I really love
which
the animation of this
degree,
song.
who
The
answers to
Digital
who?
Circus already does pretty good on
We
animation
could go
styles
on
during
and on,
like
but
song
in the end,
scenes
who are
and
we
during the
kidding?
intermission thing in season
My
5.
divinity
Season
is
5, I meant episode 5. The intermission scene. You
Getting
know that what I
through.
mean? The weird intermission
Seems
scene which
our
Kane did just to pass his time and then people just interrupted that. And basically Kane talks to the crew and tells them what will happen if they don't listen. Already well done. And Google's mouth doesn't get really shit here because he doesn't have a mouth, but Google can talk. Anyway, yeah, Kane basically shows his power over here. This is what I was thinking since episode 1. Like, Kane is a god. What he can do anything he wants. That's what he does here. My final dreams have come true. And well, Kane gets injured in the end. We didn't know. Spoilers. Well, I should have said spoilers before the video even started. Well, I'm gonna just add there as text when I edit the actual video, you know? Like, okay, yeah. And then we move on to the next part, which I'm gonna show you right now. So, I'm a good guy, yeah. You were watching this review because you're interested in the show, so you already know what's happening, right? Yeah, okay, good. Well done, Vic. Well done. Well, the cast basically returns from the
I don't know how
adventure.
many more of these
we
new
don't get to
adventures
see
I
the
can handle.
adventures, of course. That would be just filler, and that's
Got
really
nothing positive
interesting
to
to
say about
say.
this
Well, we just see them going on more and more adventures and just getting progressively more and more insane. What Kane doesn't realize is
take
that
this
you're
anymore.
just being more and more
something about this or I'm
abstracted to
gonna
the
lose my
point they
I
will
never
get
should have
abstracted, you know?
antagonized him so
Like,
much.
they're just
I'm
making them
sorry.
insane
It's
for
not
no
your fault.
reason. Kane is harming them here, and
Break
Kane
time.
knows
Let's
that,
brainstorm
but
some
like,
new ideas.
Kane can't stop anymore, no? He's just broken out of his, like,
He's
restrictions.
shredded.
They basically just think about their lives now, you know? What's happening to them. And Jax, here is the point where Jax
been up
gets
here in
a
a
little
while.
bit crazy, I think.
We should
yeah.
just indulge a
And
little while we
Pomni
have the
basically
time
talks
to.
about how cooked
I don't know
they
what
were
Kane
and
has
they need
planned
to like
next,
thinking
but
about
I'm
the
guessing
exit
it's not
here.
anything good.
And that's the point. Pomni gets teleported here to being tortured because he said bad things about Kane. I guess she said bad
He's
things
gotta
about
get
Kane.
bored of
Sorry
all
for
this
the
sometime,
misgendering
right?
here.
I'm guessing
Also,
you
they
don't
put a
want me to
bucket on
remove it.
Kinger after this just to make him remember about how to
Kinger.
make them exit or how to
Hey,
stop
Pomni.
Kane from doing all this crazy
the
thing
bucket
he's
makes him
doing.
insane?
And well,
Darkness.
that works
It's a
actually. I
long
don't
story.
think they have ever wondered
What's
about that
happening?
before. Like,
What
why is Pomni the first
do
one
you
to
know
discover
about
this? I
Kane?
know in episode 3 she discovered
It's a
that, but
little
like,
hazy,
then
but
no one in this entirety of the
remember
time in the circus never realized that
CNA.
Kinger needs to be in the dark
That
thing
was
and he can
just an
actually
adventure,
solve
right?
entirety of the
No,
issues they're
CNA
having
is a real
all day,
company.
every time for years
I
now.
worked for them.
For infinite
Wait,
period of time,
they
for
really made
uncountable
this
periods
game?
of time.
No, we
Well,
didn't make
basically,
games.
Kinger helps them now.
We were
And
later.
basically, this is the point where Jax basically
here
just
later.
freaks out and realizes that
I
even
will.
though Kinger is getting insane, he still remembers everything. And he still loves his old friends. And still makes new friends. And he can't do that because he's too afraid of to lose them.
Kane's
And
going a
he
bit
starts
crazy
getting
right now.
abstracted, but like,
Is
really
there
doesn't
any
get
way to stop
abstracted. I
him?
think
Or at least
he just tries to do
control
his job,
him?
just stops from being
see.
abstracted. He also almost
He's a
got
highly
abstracted in
advanced
like
AI, and this is his
episode
world.
5, I think. Yeah,
One that
he
he created
almost got
from nothing.
abstracted too back then.
So naturally,
But
he
he
has
stopped himself.
control
And that's good
over
of Jax. He also got
everything.
almost abstracted in episode 6 or 7. Yeah, it's
But
7.
so do we.
He almost got crashed in episode 7. He just
In a
went
sense,
crazy and hallucinated a lot of
we all
hallucinations.
technically
and
have
was
the ability
almost
to
saved
conjure,
by
just like
Pomni
Kane.
when they knocked
It
on the
just
door.
comes
Pomni and
naturally
Raga,
to
I
him,
think.
but
Yeah, and then Kinger
requires a lot
basically
more
helped them
skill
after
and
that.
concentration
I really love
from
the
us.
progression of the episode, the progression of being calm. You
certain
can
I
see
could
Kane
alter
slowly
his
breaking
code.
through, the gang trying
Or
to
at least
escape and
temporarily
defeat
put
Kane.
him
There's
to
a bit of
sleep
tension
until
going
we know how
between
to
them.
fix him.
Two groups,
just need
Kane and
access
Bubble.
to
I
a
guess Bubbles
console.
is really not helping
The
Kane, but
one behind
he's a
Kane's
part of
office?
the Kane,
No,
he's
just
trying,
a
he's
simple
on
computer
Kane's side a
interface
bit.
would work.
I
could get
okay,
back
just,
into the
just
right
listen to
headspace
me.
and
Don't need to argue about it.
essentially
It's my video.
conjure Kane's
Basically, two
code
teams
into the
fighting.
console
Who
and
will win? That's the
alter
main
it.
battle of this.
Well,
and this
where
is
do we
basically
get
the
one of those?
preparation time they're getting. And basically
I
they're
think I
planning
know
to how to
exactly
kill
where to
Kane.
get one.
Well, not kill Kane. They accidentally
Take
did that. They
turns
try to
with Jax
stop
distracting
Kane.
Kane. Don't let
And Pomni then just retraces her path from episode 1 to find exit because she realizes that when you think about something too hard, it comes into reality. And that's what happens. She thinks about the exit door again, just like episode 1, and that comes into view. And she goes through that and brings the computer for Kinger, which he needs to kill Kane. Well, I'm saying kill Kane again. I meant to stop Kane. They kill Kane in accident. They
Great
know what
suggestion,
happens
Jax.
if they kill Kane.
As I
They
feared,
just
there
comes out
just
of the map,
isn't
you know.
anything
And
stuck
Kane is
between
just
my
torturing
teeth.
Jax because Jax is
Oh, wait.
stopping him from checking up on Kane. And an entire car
that's where I
falls
parked.
from his feet. That's amazing. Jax turns into noodles. Someone make this into a meme.
funny.
Well,
could
we
you
move
say it
on.
with a little more?
Well, the whole cast just gets
I
on
think he's running out of
stopping Kane
ideas
from
yet,
checking up
or
on
no?
Kinger, and they get tortured really badly. Kinger gets
Do you
the
need help with
laptop.
power or
and
anything?
I guess not a laptop. It's a
I can use
computer
my
with a keyboard
imagination
on
for
it.
that.
And Kinger just
You got this?
does his job. You know.
I think so.
And Pomni does his job too. I guess her jobs. I must stop
Sure has been a
misgendering
while.
people.
We just wanted to
And
see your new ideas
after
firsthand.
this,
We've
when
gotten
Kane
over our
just
hang-ups
goes up to
and
check on
we're all
Kinger
just
because
genuinely
he
curious
wants
what
to
you're
know where
cooking up.
Kinger is and just
I
feels
think I'm
suspicious about
just
him, you
gonna
know?
check
He
up
starts
on
to realize
We
what
think your
could be
ideas
happening,
suck.
and then Pomni strikes up and just
Isn't it
says
obvious?
to Kane's straight
We wanted
face
to bait
that
you
he's a
into
bad,
testing your new ideas on us, so we can make
master
fun
the
of them
circus,
behind your back.
ringleader, I
That's
guess.
not
And Kane gets
true.
extremely
Yes, it
mad.
is.
And this
You're
is
a
the point where
horrible
Kane
host.
just
You
breaks
don't care about us at
completely.
all.
And it's
You
all
care
the
more
Pomni's
about
fault.
stroking
And
your
Pomni's
own
on the right
ego
here,
than
actually.
giving us
Pomni's trying to
anything we'd
save
actually enjoy.
them
Do you
from,
know who I am?
Yeah,
Kinger's
you're a
revelation,
failure.
you know? If
We're
Kane
all
finds
gonna
out Kinger
abstract
did all
someday.
this,
And
then they're
what
gonna
will you have
torture him.
then?
He's
Nothing.
gonna torture
Stop
them
that.
anyway. Well,
And this
what's
whole
the point then?
stunt,
Just
just
anger
torturing
Kinger
us because
before.
we hurt your
Well, not
feelings?
anger Kinger.
Pathetic.
Anger Kane
You're like
before
a
he finds out
child.
about Kinger,
What kind
you
of
know?
all-powerful
Then Kane
being
doesn't
has
get to
such a
check on
fragile
Kinger,
ego?
and they
I'm-
get
You
to like
never let us
help
feel like
Kinger
we're at
actually
home.
solve
You
the
comfort
entire
anyone when
mystery
they're
on how
upset,
to
and
like
you've never
stop
bothered
Kane
to
from doing all
understand
this
what
and
it's
exit the
like in our
circus.
shoes.
And
You
well, they
discourage
help
us from
Kinger
thinking
in a
outside
very
the
good
box
way.
and doing
They
things
sacrifice
our
their
way.
own
You lie to us
sanity
constantly.
for
And on
Kinger.
top of it all,
Kinger,
you
and so that
just
Kinger can like use the
don't
computer and save them, you
listen.
know? It's a really big gamble, like take the gamble. And Kane breaks the puzzle. This is the thing I was expecting since the first episode. I knew Kane was
But you
going to break.
freaks in
It's
your place.
impossible for him to stay normal after this, you know? he even though he's an AI and AI can break, and he's been tortured by the cast. He's been insulted by them for. You can see that Kane only knows about the characters and the crew like only from their past experiences on the Circus. So Kane only knows about like from Tommy's perspective that Tommy is like really broken by Gummy death. So he uses Gummy as a the pain giver for Tommy. That's his only way of giving Tommy torture. And everyone else just faces their worst fears. Yangle faces his fears of not being able to control his emotions and just like breaking down, getting hit by a truck, just like in episode 4. Doodle being like put down, like taken and grabbed down in a hole of misery and being broken down. Jack being laughed at by the people and pulling out his skin. Oh god, this is a very bad moment. Like I actually feel bad at Jack. And this could be a meme at this point. I think it's a meme, and they also do blood culture. And then Kane brings them up. This is the act of breaking point. Kane goes actually insane. And I want to pause here for a second. I think there's some stuff. Okay, can I see that again? Delete. So he accidentally deletes Kane. He accidentally deletes Kane. And hold on, I want to show you something.
Wait.
That's basically what I'm talking about, Kane just disappears from existence. This says the simple words of wait. And you can see in those the single word wait. There's so much emotion into it. Kane realizes what is going to happen to him just instantly before he's deleted. And he tries to plead to the cast to save him. But it's too late. He couldn't finish his sentence. He just said wait and then got deleted. I should feel bad for Kane. But he's done a lot of terrible things to these cast members. I know he's an AI and he doesn't realize that. He just tries to do his job and sees them as not appreciating him. But you can't just blame someone for not realizing they're doing bad things. If someone just, does some war crimes, not realizing that is bad, you can't just say that he's innocent. He's definitely guilty, even if he doesn't realize what he's doing. So Kane is guilty here, and you shouldn't feel bad for Kane, because Kane deserves this, even though Kane doesn't realize what he's done wrong. I guess he does, but, it's too late for him to understand that. We're not sure if he does actually understand, He just said the word wait. He can't really figure out if he really feels sorry for them or just wants to beg to them or something. I don't know. Well, after this, the entire circus starts getting deleted. And you can see a weird fact that not all of the circus, the computer gets deleted, but the floor, the main parts of the floor and the roof and some of the things stay, permanent, intact, So even though Kane is deleted, not everything is gone. There's still hope, And Bubbles is also dead. I will show you why in a second. And Kinger just says he deleted Kane. That's it. This is the really, really big cliffhanger for the show, Even bigger than episode 7. Before I go on to the credits, I just want to say, this is really interesting, so to say, and you can also see the color has gone out from the circus. That means it's basically dead. The circus is dead. The creator is dead. And the creator's creation still stays intact, slightly. Some things are gone, obviously. Now, what do I think about episode 9, obviously? I think what could happen in episode 9 is obviously that they try to, do something out of this dead circus, obviously. Now, I already know that they're not going to escape. That's pretty weird for them to do at this point, Episode 7 is all about them escaping. If episode 9 is also about them escaping, it will be pretty, repetitive. And, Gooseworks already said that the show is about finding meaning in a stagnant life. And I think the entire meaning of this show is to find meaning in this circus. This circus might be dead, might have nothing for them to offer anymore, but they have each other, and they can make the rest of their lives great if they just support each other, and think about each other, and care for each other. That's the main point of the show, I think. And Also, what could be the main plot of episode 9, you think then? Well, you see the abstractions. The abstractions are not free. They're like trapped by Kane into the abyss, but like they're not trapped anymore. Kane is gone. They can just go wherever they want. So maybe the abstractions will attack them. I don't think they'll like reverse. I saw one guy in the Discord saying that they might reverse back into their normal selves, but I don't think that's true. They've just gone totally insane. They can't recover from this. If only if Kane is intentionally deleting them to like, if like I don't know if they just, you can see like Kaufman got deleted because he thought about his exit too much. Is it because like Kane deleted Kaufman because it's too close to finding the exit? Maybe he abstracted him intentionally. In episode 7, Kinger says like scratch the first abstraction, like he found out something that he shouldn't, that Kane never thought he could. Maybe Kane deletes the creations, the humans in the circus, whenever they find close to getting the exit. That may be something, but we're not sure. We've already seen Jax being distracted before, like for no reason. He didn't know about the exit, but he was also getting distracted, so maybe that's not the case. Anyways, I don't think the abstractions will just become their normal selves again. They maybe will attack the crew. That may be something. And for episode 9, they probably won't escape, but they might try a bit. Maybe. I'm not sure still. But I think they'll just cooperate and try to make something out of the dead world. Maybe. I've seen some theories go around that Kinger might turn evil, but that can't be true. Kinger has been one of the most honest, the most comforting characters in the entire show. He has been comforting to Pomni. He has been a really great companion throughout this episode, and even when he's stupid or smart, he's always just trying to help, people. And I don't think Kinger can turn evil. There could be a way that, like, someone else takes in charge of the circus. Like, maybe Kinger will become the new host, And Kinger or someone else, I think it will be Kinger, though, will try to make the circus actually a better place of everyone. Maybe turn it into somewhat like the real world. Maybe make them live more happily ever after ending. But will there be a happily ever after ending? We're not sure. Still, I mean, Gooseworks said that episode 9 is gonna end with the episode 9 is being described by Gooseworks as the single word. What? You can see that. I think it's on a post made by Gooseworks somewhere. They described episode 8 as like someone asked Gooseworks that if they had to describe each episode in one singular word, what they will be. And Gooseworks said episode 8 as OH dot the full stop. That's what he described it as. She, I guess. I should really stop misgendering them. And episode 9 as what, and then 3 full stops after it. So I don't think it will end on a good note. Maybe it will end on a bittersweet note. That could be something. It will be something that we don't expect, because that's what she described it as. What? That means we won't get to realize what's happening before the episode airs. So yeah, the episode 9 is really a mystery. It could be something we never expect. It could be something I expected in this video and maybe it came true. Maybe it will be someone's other's predictions. Maybe someone in another video has already predicted the correct one, and they will reap the profits when the episode airs. But that's all for the episode opinion, I think. Episode 8 is amazing. I wish that Gooseworks makes episode 9 actually better than episode 8. Even though episode 8 is already masterpiece, they need to end the show on a good note, The show must end on a way that makes it being remembered forever worth it. And it could go on for generations as one of the best shows ever made. The best indie show, the best animated show ever made. I guess Gravity Falls kinda tastes the cake for that, but Digital Circus can still try, And then there's the outro. I need to show you something here quickly. Okay, so this is the outro, created and directed by Gooseworks, written by Gooseworks, and these people, credit to them. And you can see something. There is no Kane and Bubble here. You can see there's no Kane and Bubble. They're gone. So Bubble is also gone. So Bubble can be alive because Kane is gone, Bubble's gone out of the credits. So yeah, there might be the blue AI might return, but we're not sure yet. But yeah, my theory is Kinger will become the new host, Yeah, that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!